Summary of 21 cognitive mind traps and biases that make you think irrationally. Our minds are often guided by cognitive mind traps and biases that influence our thinking. These traps and biases can lead to thinking errors and mental shortcuts. Understanding these traps and biases is important for becoming a rational thinker. Cognitive dissonance occurs when we hold conflicting beliefs and try to resolve the conflict. People often reinterpret situations or create new beliefs to reduce discomfort. Cognitive dissonance can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. The spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is the phenomenon of believing that others are constantly observing and judging us. In reality, people are not as interested in our actions as we think. Overestimating how much people are observing us can lead to unnecessary anxiety. The anchoring effect. The anchoring effect occurs when we rely too heavily on initial information or anchors when making judgments or decisions. Arbitrary numbers or information can influence our judgments. The anchoring effect is often used in sales negotiations to set mental anchors and influence outcomes. The halo effect. The halo effect means that we tend to let one good or bad quality affect how we see a person or thing. The first piece of information we receive about someone or something influences our judgment. The halo effect can lead to biased judgments and distorted perceptions. Gambler's fallacy. The gambler's fallacy is the belief that future outcomes are influenced by past outcomes, even when they are independent events. People often believe that a streak will balance out, leading to biased decision-making. Casinos exploit the gambler's fallacy to create illusions of predictability. The contrast effect. The contrast effect occurs when our perception of something is influenced by the presence of a contrasting option. Our judgment of something's value or attractiveness can be distorted by what is presented alongside it. Absolute judgments become difficult when influenced by contrasting options. Confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs and ignore contradictory evidence. Our brains prefer to maintain existing beliefs rather than accept new ones. Confirmation bias is reinforced by online platforms that tailor content to our interests. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon is the illusion of seeing something more frequently after first learning about it. Increased awareness creates the perception of increased frequency. Our brains are pattern recognition machines that search for meaning in data. Zeigarnik effect. The Zeigarnik effect is the tendency to remember incomplete tasks better than completed tasks. Simply writing down a plan to complete a task can alleviate the effect. Getting tasks out of our heads and onto paper reduces mental burden. The paradox of choice. The paradox of choice refers to the idea that having too many options can lead to decision paralysis and decreased satisfaction. While a larger selection may seem appealing, it can overwhelm us and make decision-making more difficult. Having a smaller number of options often leads to more satisfaction with the final choice. Overall, understanding these cognitive mind traps and biases can help us become more aware of our own thought processes and make more rational decisions.